IVM.
Hi,
You're
listening to IVM.
daily.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of IVM Daily. We're still doing this, still going strong.
Yep.
My name is Abbas. I'm a producer here at IVM. With me in the studio is my fellow producer Surbhi.
Hey, hi.
And on today's episode, we're talking about something gossipy, but we're going to also take a look at how it affects life in general, our life and our obsessions. So, Surbhi,
Yep.
yesterday on social media, something happened which was the top trending topic and it was all over the place. Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh posted their official wedding invite
Yeah, I saw
on Twitter
that.
and Instagram.
Oh my god, yes.
So we're going to discuss how celebs getting married, getting into a relationship, breaking up, or just, not going along with each other. How does that affect us? Does it affect us? Does it not?
Let's find out.
Let's find out on today's IVM Daily. So, Surbhi,
don't
when
know.
you saw this, when you saw Ranveer and Deepika putting out a wedding
Yeah.
invite, did you feel excited? Did you feel indifferent? What was your reaction?
Okay, I'm gonna say I was excited, but I don't know why. Like the rational side of me, it's not like Deepika is my friend or like I'm really good. It's not like I wingman this relationship. But somehow part of me feels like, oh, I saw it coming. You guys were good, and it's finally ending in marriage. I don't know. It's like. Yeah, you put these guys on a pedestal, like, oh, look at these two having the time of their life. Yeah.
Would you have felt the same way if not a friend of yours, but like someone else had put up this and you were like, oh, you were good together? Or is it like something special when it comes to? I mean, they're both of them are like probably the biggest stars
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Bollywood right now.
Also because media hype them so much, you know.
Right.
So it's not like, I mean, randomly for my friends, etc. I will just see one random post and be like, oh shit, you married now? Like,
Okay.
but with these guys, everything they do together, it's so hyped. And like BuzzFeed would put out a post like saying, oh, look at Ranveer and Deepika being cute for 20
Right.
minutes straight. I'm like, so suddenly I'm in this culture where they're supposed to be cute together.
Right.
So when they end up getting married, I'm like,
You're like,
great.
oh, this
Yeah.
was meant to be.
This was meant to be. So like it's like a fairy tale, and the closure is when they get married, and then obviously some shit happens later.
Right. So, frankly speaking, I didn't even know they were still together. I was under the impression they've broken up. And then yesterday when I saw the invite, so I have this, whenever I see a celebrity couple
Yeah.
get together,
Yeah.
I act like I'm indifferent to it. I'm like, whatever, rich people, famous
Why?
people getting. But then when it actually happens, I can't stop following it. The same thing happened when Virat Kohli and Anushka got married. Like, again, they were dating each other, and every time Virat would hit a century, they'd be like, oh, let's show Anushka. Or if Anushka's film gets successful, they're like, what would Virat say, So you
Yeah.
get sick of it. But then when the wedding pictures came out and it was finally revealed that they have gotten married, I was like, oh.
Oh man.
And now, they also come in an ad. I don't know what ad
yeah,
it is.
I think the Manyavar ad.
Manyavar ad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they look so cute
And
together.
this was pre-marriage. So
Oh,
I was
really?
like, oh. And now when I look at it in the marriage context, I'm like, oh, you guys, you were playing with us, didn't you? You know you were getting married. You never let that show.
Also, I think it's a part of it is also the whole. Because again, Ranveer and Deepika, I think they're gonna get married somewhere in Italy, right? So it's that voyeurism aspect of
Yeah.
super rich people having a great Indian wedding.
Oh man, I don't know though, because nothing that happens when celebrities get married, like when Virat Kohli got married to Anushka, or like when Ranveer Singh. So like a lot of social media goes like, girls, you can start crying now. Ranveer is finally married. The stud
Yeah,
boy is taken.
yeah.
I'm like, let's be realistic. We
I
never
know.
had a chance,
Yeah.
okay?
I remember when Scarlett Johansson broke up, all the boys on Twitter were like, where do I apply? I'm like, nowhere.
nowhere.
Because nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, and when Angelina Jolie and like Brad Pitt broke
Yeah,
up, there was
yeah.
this whole thing of, oh, if this love can't survive, what are we?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like it's like we look at like our pop culture kind of mirrors, or like we really basically, yeah, like the hype is so much that you can't look away. Like you feel like this is your pop culture defines you kind
Right.
of thing. Like if it is a marriage in like your favorite stars are getting married, you feel like, oh, everyone's happy, the world is happy.
Yeah. Also, I think what plays is that again, Ranveer and Deepika, we've seen them on screen so much, right? Like, let's say if Ranveer was marrying someone who was not from the film industry, or Deepika was marrying someone who was
I'd still be happy.
You'd still be happy, but like right now I'm looking forward to what the marriage will look like, because I know they'll know how to pose for the photos, they'll know how to put on a show,
Now it's like a movie, but in real life.
And they've been in, like, I want Sanjay Leela Bhansali to direct their wedding. That's what I want.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how grand it will be. Alright, on that note, we'll take a break, and when we come back from the break, we'll talk about the breakups that happened in celebrity couplings and how they affect us. We'll be right back after this.
Hey everybody, it's another great week on IVM Podcast. If you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, please remember to tell a friend about podcasting. We really want you to spread the word. You are our biggest ambassadors, I tell you every week. This week on Cyrus Says, we have creative director and producer Joel Pereira. Joel talks about working across platforms like TV, print, and digital. On Simplified this week, Chuck, Narain, and Shrikit do an episode on China and its relationship with India and other neighboring countries. On The Scene and the Unseen, Amit Verma decodes the IL&FS crisis, India's banking system and regulatory regime, with journalist Vivek Kaul and economist Ashutosh Datar. This week on Shunya One, Sheila Ditya and I talked to Sanket Shah about InVideo and the amazing journey that they've had over there. On Geek Fruit, Jishnu and Tejas embark on a hot take fiesta of Will Smith's entire career and give the definitive ranking of all his movies. On the Kinetic Living podcast, Coach Urmi spoke to Ashton Doctor, who is a habit coach. Listen to this episode to find out his interesting insights on eating fruits. And with that, let's go on with your shows.
And we're back. My name is Abbas. I'm here with Surbhi. We're talking about celebrity marriages, but also celebrity breakups and divorces. So, Surbhi, I remember a couple of days ago we were talking about Ariana Grande and Pete
I'm
Davidson.
very broken because of that.
Broke up. Yeah, and they broke up, and that I could see that it has somehow affected you.
It's not like, cause it's not like I'm not like a Ariana fan since the beginning of time.
Ariana Frande.
No, but I'm a recent Ariana fan, okay? Like the last couple of months, I've been really into her new album, and I saw that she has a song called Pete Davidson, about Pete Davidson. So I was like, this is amazing, because I was like, funny things are coming around, and like she's finally finding a way, and she's found love, and she's engaged. But then I feel like if something like this happens, like people, when like celebrities you look up to God of their engagement, you feel like, what is love?
But you just said in the last segment when Brad and Angelina broke up, this was your version of Brad and Angelina.
That's
like
true.
if
Maybe
Ariana and Pete break up, then
I was actually broken. I was like, no.
But at this point, why are we even expecting celebs to stay together for a long time?
Because you kind of believe that shit is, I mean, if they found someone.
You want to tell yourself that even if you're good looking and have other options, you want to stick with this person because you have true love. But you don't. I remember, like...
What's your favorite celebrity breakup? Like, which one were you were kind of happy that they broke up?
Oh, happy that they broke up. That's a tough one. I can think of one that made me feel like, oh no. And I was very young when this happened, when Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman had a divorce.
Oh man.
And they were married for 10 years. I was like, oh my god, 10 years isn't enough. But which made me happy? I think Brad and Angelina actually made me, because I always felt for Jennifer Aniston. I was always in her corner. I was like, oh, also because you think of Jennifer Aniston, you thought of Rachel. So you thought like Brad Pitt, this hottest guy in Hollywood, dumped the girl who's on Friends, you know. And he went for the hotter superstar, which was Angelina. So when they broke up, I was like, yeah, serves you right, Brad, for dumping Rachel.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of like theories attached every time like a celebrity breakup happens, because they're like, oh, maybe you were into that girl, or maybe this was never love. This was just you were trying to show.
Right.
It's just so weird because we have so many theories about this. What if none of this is true? What if they're actually just like chill and they were like, do you remember this really famous breakup? I'm forgetting who this was, but like a rapper and his wife, they broke up at a strip club. Like after the divorce, they went to a strip club together.
Okay.
Yeah. Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose celebrate their divorce at the strip club. So again, I mean,
celebrated their divorce.
Yeah. So like they had a happy divorce and they're like, let's go to the strip club now, which is so funky also. I feel like this is literally, they're feeding all, like we're the ducks and they're feeding us bread. They're like, you would like to see this, won't want you. So
I kind of also feel bad when two people in showbiz break up because you can't ignore your ex because they'll always be in the news somewhere. I mean, Brad Pitt can't ignore Angelina Jolie because she'll be in the news for something or the other. You can't do that thing where you just don't stalk your ex because the media is telling you what your ex is doing.
I guess you just have to be really like in a good place then.
Yeah. Okay, before we wrap up, so how old were you when Abhishek and Aishwarya got married? Like, don't tell me the age, but tell me like, what were you in school? Were you in college?
I was in school.
You were in school.
I remember when Abhishek was supposed to get married to Karishma, and I was like, I'm okay with this. And then Aishwarya came along. I was like, you know what? I like this too. I was just okay with both the matches.
So I remember when it was announced they were going to get married. Guru had just released.
Yeah.
And I was watching the movie, and there's a scene in Guru where they're getting married, and people were actually clapping and cheering in the theater.
This was before marriage?
This was a few months before marriage.
But they knew that they're going to get
married.
married.
They're going to get married.
Okay.
So my question was, I remember clearly like the Abhishek Aishwarya marriage. It was on the news channels the entire day. Like they were telling you everything, what they were doing, how they were doing. So do you think when Ranveer and Deepika get married, like that's
of
how
course.
it's going to be?
Now it's going to be on IGTV and Instagram stories everywhere on our
And
phones.
are you someone who gets glued onto that? Are you someone like enough?
So like the thing like with Anushka and like Virat Kohli, though it was quite hush-hush. Like we could see like so like not with Sonam Kapoor. Remember with Sonam Kapoor just recently got married, people were just outside their hotel room.
Yeah, and Sonam herself was posting stuff from her
on my
marriage
Instagram.
and her honeymoon.
Yeah, so I don't know if what Ranveer Kapoor and
Ranveer Singh,
sorry,
not Ranveer
Ranveer.
Kapoor. Oh my God.
Wow, whoopsie! It's a slip of
Deepika, if you're
Freudian slip of
listening to
tongue.
this, it was a slip
I'm
of tongue.
sorry, Deepika. I love your choice in men, so Ranveer Singh is better.
Okay.
Obviously, but yeah, I have a feeling they're going to like do like a little hush hush thing because Italy, first of all. Maybe the photos will come out eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
But not like throughout.
Throughout, okay. All right, so celebrity marriages, like them or not.
God, I feel like such a anchor on Zoom TV discussing celebrity marriages.
Yeah, I guess you can't avoid them whether you like them or not. You will have to bear with them. So that was our episode for today. I hope you had fun listening to it. What are your opinions about celebrity marriages?
What are some celebrities
breakups?
you'd like to ship?
Yeah, tell us. In case you don't know what ship is, guys, it's when you... what is shipping, Surbhi?
Ship is like relationship, like celebrities you want to have
be
a
together.
relationship or like to be together.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. So tell us who you want to ship. Tell us who you want to deplane. Use the hashtag IVM Daily to let us know. And you can also follow IVM Podcasts on various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are at IVM Podcasts across the board. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is at Abbas Momin. And you can also follow Surbhi.
Hey, you can follow me on Twitter at Small Talk Police.
That was our episode. Do check in with us tomorrow on a new episode of IVM Daily. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Look! Up in the internet! It's a meme! No! It's a cat video! No! It's the Geek Fruit Podcast!
That's right, we interrupt this riveting broadcast to tell you about our show, The Geek Fruit Podcast, where Tejas, Dinkar and I, Jishnu, talk about everything in pop culture, including DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Netflix, and everything in between.
You know how your friends hate it when you ramble about some nerdy crap and you just want somebody to listen to you? Well, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that, but come listen to us ramble and it'll almost be like the real thing. Kind of.
Listen to new episodes of The Geek Fruit Podcast every Monday and The Geek Fruit Bulletin every Thursday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, the IVM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Happy listening, you nerds.
How aware do you think you are of your laws and rights? Do you look up to laws when you are caught up in situations? Do you know what your rights are when you're stuck somewhere bad? Well, here's a show that can help you move an inch closer to being aware of what your rights are. Tune into Know Your Qanoon with me, Amber Rana. This is a podcast meant to answer all your law-related queries. Catch Know Your Qanoon every week on the IVM website or the app or anywhere you get your podcast from.